Welcome to your game of the week for Online Quiz League USA. Today we have Angry Young Men versus Tropicana Whoop-Ass. This is a very significant game in Division 4. Basically, after this week, we sort to a top and bottom bracket in Division 4, and it is very likely that the winner will go into the top bracket and the loser will go into the bottom bracket. If there's a draw, it becomes very complicated, and there have been 2 draws this week already, so anything can happen. I'm going to let the teams introduce themselves by player. We'll go ahead and start with Angry Young Men from the UK.
Hi, I'm Nick, playing in Seat 1 for Angry Young Men.
Hi, I'm James from Manchester, England, and I'm playing in Seat 2 for Angry Young Men.
Hello, I'm Sean from London, playing in Seat 3.
Hey, I'm Mick. I'm from South Africa, and I'm in Seat 4, and I'm the captain.
All right, and Tropicana.
Hi, I'm Cliff. I'm in Seat 1 for Tropicana Whoop-Ass. I'm also the captain.
Hi, I'm Bo, Seat 2, and our whole team is in San Francisco.
Okay, thanks. I wasn't 100% sure. A lot of the American teams are from all over, so.
I'm Pamela in Seat 3 for Tropicana and representing women and unicorns on Halloween.
Hey.
I'm Andrew in Seat 4 for Tropicana, also in San Francisco.
If you'd like to see quizzing women, please tune in next week where we will have only quizzing women in our game of the week, which is pretty exciting. So, all right. Everybody who's watching this probably already knows the rules. If not, you can look them up. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and flip a coin. Actually, what I need is for the away captain, which is the Angry Young Men captain, correct?
Yep.
To call a coin flip, please.
Let's go tails.
All right.
I'll flip.
Andrew, have you got the thing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just my virtual coin is loading. Hold on.
Sure.
It is heads.
All right. So I don't remember what Mick said.
Tails.
He said tails. Because
okay. So that means
lost,
yeah,
basically,
right. So
is the upshot.
Cliff gets to choose whether to go first or second in round 1, or in the first half.
Let's go first in the first half.
All right. Tropicana is going first in the first half, which means question 1A is to Cliff. The first Motown #1 single, which song by the Marvelettes about a particular kind of civil servant, asks, "Is there a letter in your bag for me?" It was covered by the Beatles on With the Beatles.
Hey, Mr. Postman.
Over.
Nominate Nick.
Please, Mr. Postman.
It is Please, Mr. Postman. Sorry about that. That is as
Unlucky
close as you can be. All right. Question 1B is for Nick. Originating among immigrants in Ybor City, Florida, what sandwich consists of layers of pork, ham, pickle, and yellow mustard? Miami and Tampa debate whether it should include salami.
Cuban.
Cuban is correct for 2 points.
Very nice, Nick.
All right. Question 2A is for Bo. Which African capital takes its name from the Arabic for the islands and is named for several former islands that used to be in its harbor but have been connected to the mainland, some by the corsair Khair ad-Din?
It's for the question. Sorry, the question is asking for the capital.
Yeah. What's yes?
Yeah. Okay. Is it Aden?
No. Over.
Can you get the question again, please, Steve?
Yes. Which African capital takes its name from the Arabic for the islands and is named for several former islands that used to be in its harbor but have been connected to the mainland, some by the corsair Khair ad-Din?
Nominate James.
Dar es Salaam.
No, it's Algiers. The same etymology as Al Jazeera. Anyway, the next question. Yeah, so that's no points on that one. The next question is for James. Jean Rhys's Wide Sargasso Sea tells the story of Antoinette Causeway, a madwoman in the attic who mirrors the character Bertha in what 19th century novel?
Could you just repeat the question, please? Sorry.
Yes, Jean Rhys's Wide Sargasso Sea tells the story of Antoinette Causeway, a madwoman in the attic who mirrors the character Bertha in what 19th century novel?
Jane Eyre.
Jane Eyre is correct for 2. And the next question is for Pamela. Though Agnieszka Radwanska reached the finals of Wimbledon in 2012, Iga Swiatek became the first player from what country to win a singles Grand Slam at the 2020 French Open?
Pass.
Okay. Over. Or to the captain, sorry.
I don't see fingers, so I will guess Poland.
Poland is correct for 1 point. Sean, presented by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which film awards have been notable in recent years for Ricky Gervais's monologues?
The Golden Globes.
Correct, 2
Sure.
points. And Andrew, what former teacher of Einstein showed that special relativity could best be understood in four-dimensional space, which he rendered in two-dimensional graphs using his namesake diagrams?
Fingers. Who's Gauss?
No, that goes over.
Nominate James.
Minkowski.
Yes, Hermann Minkowski or Minkowski is correct for 1 point. And the final question there is for, final question in round one is for Mick. Which state of India, with close historical and geographical ties to Nepal and Bhutan, was an independent kingdom before being annexed in 1975?
Nominate Sean.
Sikkim.
Sikkim is correct for 1 point.
Well done, Sean.
So that is the end of round one. And after round one, what have we got, Andrew?
Okay, so after round one, that's 1 for Tropicana Whoop-Ass and 9 for Angry Young Men. So 1-9 after first round.
It will
Plenty
get
of
better.
round, plenty
most
of rounds to let this lead.
Plenty of rounds. Oh, and it has
Massively.
happened. Yeah, no. 4 out of 5 cats were up by 12 yesterday and lost. So anyway, anything can happen in this league. Round two, question 1A is for Cliff. Cliff, what dance and pop genre appears alongside the word Elysium in a mystery about an amnesiac detective, an award-winning computer game from 2019?
Disco.
Disco is correct for 2. An excellent game.
I just started playing it.
Yeah, well, good deal. Anyway, next question is for Nick. Archibald Motley and Aaron Douglas were visual artists associated with what artistic explosion of the 20s and 30s, known at the time as the New Negro Movement, and now named for a Manhattan neighborhood? Five seconds. Team.
Nominate Sean.
The Harlem Renaissance.
The Harlem Renaissance is correct for 1 point.
Great answer.
Thanks.
All right. Next is for Bo. A combination of fungus and algae, what hardy organisms can be measured to accurately date 500-year-old rock formations when radiocarbon dating will not work?
Lichen.
Correct for 2. James, a catchphrase among fans of the My Favorite Murder podcast. In the abbreviation SSDGM, what does the SS stand for if the DGM stands for Don't Get Murdered? Five seconds.
No, I'm gonna pass this to someone. Can't even guess.
Let's go seriously, Susan.
It is. I enjoy that, but no, it goes over.
Andrew.
Stay safe.
No, it's stay sexy. So that's an X there. Stay sexy, don't get murdered. The next question is for Pamela. Which pop singer-songwriter, a one-hit wonder in the 90s with the song Barely Breathing, received Tony Awards for his score and orchestration on Spring Awakening?
Duncan Sheik.
Duncan Sheik is correct for 2. Sean, which U.S. state was the respondent in the Supreme Court's Miranda case, which required citizens to be read their rights upon arrest?
Arizona.
2 points.
Nicely done,
That's
Sean.
I would describe that as pretty impressive for a British person to know.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
I don't think we would know the equivalent.
I was really hoping that the American advantage would.
And Andrew, U.S. Highway 1 is called the Overseas Highway, and the A1A is known as Beachfront Avenue in which U.S. state?
California.
Incorrect. Over.
Florida.
It is Florida, yes.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, specifically may have helped if you remembered your lyrics to Ice Ice Baby in that particular case. But anyway.
I'm a little rusty.
It's okay. It's the third verse of Ice Ice Baby, too. It's deep. Anyway, Mick, what famed American chef of Mesa Grill caused competitive controversy when he stood on top of his cutting board after a battle on Iron Chef?
Right. Baudin.
No, over.
Any fingers? Flay.
Flay is correct for 1.
Oh, well done.
Oh, nice.
Bobby Flay is the answer. That round did go a little differently, I think. What was the
Good.
score that time, Andrew?
So I was trying to find the unmute button. Yeah, so it's evened up a bit. That was 7 to Tropicana Whiphouse making 8, and 4 to Angry Young Men for 13. So 8-13.
8-13, all right. And round 3, going back to Cliff. Roughly equivalent to ambassadors, nuncios serve as international representatives of what political entity?
I will defer to Bo.
Vatican City.
Yes, Vatican City, Holy See, etc. is correct for 1 point. Nick, George Wendt, who played Norm on Cheers, was called a good example that being an actor was a viable option by which SNL alum? His nephew.
Sandberg.
No, over.
Any fingers? Bo again.
Chris Farley.
It is Jason Sudeikis, a surprisingly poorly known fact, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprising to me. It's just like, I was like, oh, cool. Anyway, yes, so that's an X there. We go back to Bo. Which Ottorino Respighi work uses an offstage trumpet to play a hymn during the catacomb section?
Anybody? Requiem.
No, that's not a bad guess at all. Over.
Nominate Sean.
Pines of Rome.
Pines of Rome is correct for 1 point. James, the mother of Richard Lionheart, which queen consort of 2 separate nations from the Duchy of Aquitaine, can lead either England or France in the game Civilization VI?
Eleanor of Aquitaine.
Eleanor of Aquitaine is correct for 2.
Job.
And you've got that Midlands accent, so you sound a bit Sean Beanish anyway, which is
There's a lot wrong with that sentence.
There's a lot wrong with
Your
that.
lack of knowledge of the UK there, Steve.
That's fine.
I have to say.
I may be an
Frankly,
idiot.
but fine.
It's veering. It's veering. I do have
Although
to say.
I will say a lot.
Yeah, I
of
know he's
people-
Yorkshire. I know he's Yorkshire. But...
A lot of people in
Sheffield.
Scotland would call the north of England the Midlands. So
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
guess you're
in
the north of
Scotland
England,
you
not
would
the
be very
Midlands. I'm sorry.
popular
Yeah,
for
you're
that.
not
Be
wrong.
very
I'm sorry
popular
about
for
that.
that.
Well, you can say
No,
whatever
it's
you want.
fair.
I apologize. All right, Pamela. Carcinization is an evolutionary trend where certain arthropods evolve into what form? This has led to the convergent evolution of the coconut and porcelain variety of these animals.
Pass.
Take it. Crab.
It is. Yes, everything turns into crabs.
Everything turns into crabs.
Anyway, Sean, once sold for over $7 million, what is a St. Gaudens double eagle?
Is it a coin? Of
It
some
is a
kind?
coin. It is an American gold coin. 2
Well
points.
done, Sean.
Thanks.
Andrew, named for a cryptid and known for its appearance in Roadhouse, Which pickup with a blue paint job is regarded as the first ever monster truck?
Any fingers?
5 seconds, sorry.
Pass, I guess, to Bo.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot is correct for 1, yes. And Mick. What attribute associated with Solomon gives its name to 2 books of the Catholic and Orthodox Bibles, one named for Sirach and one for Solomon himself? The books are often known respectively as Sirach and This Word.
Nominate Sean.
Wisdom.
Wisdom is correct for 1 point. After round 3,
Okay,
and
that
some
was.
horrible British geography. Sorry.
I'm just glad an American knows what the Midlands is, frankly.
Yeah. Well,
Expectations gradually lowered.
The
Well,
town I
probably
grew
not.
up in is called Midland with no S.
Oh, really?
But anyway,
Fair enough.
yeah.
well, apparently not enough to know it doesn't include Manchester. But anyway, 3 for Tropicana for 11 and 6 for Angry Young Men for 19. So 11,
have-
19.
1911. All
Is
right.
that Midland, Texas? Steve?
Midland, Michigan, actually. The less famous Midland. Anyway.
I think I've,
Yeah, Midland, Texas is better known. College football and.
I've been to Midland, Texas.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
Do you do oil research or something? Anyway, I won't ask. Anyway, Cliff. Abbreviated LH. What hormone stimulates Leydig cells in men and triggers ovulation in women?
Progesterone.
No, over.
Nominate Sean.
Luteinizing hormone.
That's correct. Luteinizing hormone. And we go to Nick. Which civilization of the Americas called its leaders Ayah, often translated as Lord? It was also the name of the 20th day of the Tzolk'in in this society.
Could you spell IR and Solkeen, please?
I could. Ayah is AJAW, and Tzolk'in is TZOLK apostrophe IN. Five seconds.
Mayan.
2 points.
Nice
Well
one.
done, Nick.
Bo, a rare woman owner in Big Four sports, Jeannie Buss recently won her first title as owner of what California franchise?
Defer.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Correct, 1 point. James, a Frank Darabont film set in prison and adapted from a Stephen King work, The Shawshank Redemption, features Tim Robbins in a Christ-like role as which wrongly convicted man?
Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne is correct for 2 points. Pamela, AtlasObscura.com lists 8 attractions, including the abandoned mining town of Pyramiden, on which archipelago that includes the island of Spitsbergen.
Pass.
The Falkland Islands.
No, over.
Nominate James.
Albard.
Svalbard is correct. Yes, in
Nice
the Norwegian Sea. I do like that you saw a lot of fists from British people that said the Falkland Islands. Anyway, Sean.
Strategy.
Also known for Coelophysis dinosaur fossils, what is the name of the retreat in Abiquiu, New Mexico that served as Georgia O'Keeffe's home and studio?
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Taos, Taos. Or...
That is incorrect. Over.
Oh, is it not? Oh.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, also known for Coelophysis dinosaur fossils, what is the name of the retreat in Abiquiu, New Mexico that served as Georgia O'Keeffe's home and studio?
Sunflowers and skulls.
It's called Ghost Ranch. Taos is like a city that's near there, but
Fine,
like this is
fine.
the compound.
That's fine. I was just wrong. To be honest.
No, I mean it's the best possible guess. You know what I mean? Like anyway, Andrew, one featuring a lot of ballroom dancing and the other featuring boxing for some reason. Name either Ed Sheeran song with over 3 billion YouTube views. Perfect hasn't reached that milestone yet.
Shape of You.
Yes, Shape of You is correct for 2 points. That's the boxing one. Ballroom dancing is Thinking Out Loud. Mick, the portfolio of Berkshire Hathaway Corporation includes what 4-word underwear manufacturer with grapes in its logo?
Fruit of the Loom.
Yes, 2 points.
Done, Mick.
And after round 4 and at halftime, we have
Yeah, at halftime. So that was 3 for Tropicana, 14, and 8 to Angry Young Men, 27. So it's 27-14 to Angry Young Men.
8's a good round. All right. 27-14, anything can happen. Is everybody ready?
Let go.
Halftime break for any reason? Okay.
Nah, we could go.
All right, let's proceed along. We switch ends for round 2 for the second half for those watching, which means we'll start with Nick. Which composer's Lieutenant Key Suite, written to accompany a 1934 film, opens with a mournful offstage cornet solo?
How are you spelling Key, J?
Aije.
Sean, is that a fist? Yeah. Keep the signal out.
5 seconds. Team.
Nominate Sean.
Prokofiev.
Prokofiev is correct for 1 point. All right. Cliff. Once sold for over $1 million, what is a blue Mauritius? Jeez.
Stamp.
Yeah, 2 points.
Yep.
Good. I had to take my cat's ball away. Sorry for that background noise. James, the Ganges, Yangtze, and Amazon are all home to species of what type of cetacean mammal, all of which evolved independently. The Amazonian group is locally called the Boto.
I can see face. I'm not going to go for this.
Dolphins.
It is. Dolphins is correct for 1. Was that Mick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Mick.
Just checking. All right. Bo, which U.S. state was the respondent in the Supreme Court's MAP case, which prohibited the use of evidence obtained illegally in state prosecutions?
Fingers. Illinois.
Illinois is incorrect. Over.
Sean, if you have a guess, go on.
I don't really know, but I can have a guess at something. Colorado, maybe.
It's MAP v. Ohio. So X there. 3A is to Sean. A current flagship truck of the Monster Jam circuit, which ghoulish monster truck with a black and green paint job is named for a profession archaically known as a fossor.
Sorry, can you spell the last word, fossil or whatever?
Fossor.
I'm not really seeing anything, so I might guess
Go
like
for it.
Undertaker.
No, over.
Andrew.
Oh, sorry.
Mute.
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger is correct for 1 point. Yes.
Oh, of course,
close.
yeah, because it's.
All right.
I got that early.
Next question is for Pamela. Dennis Lawson, who played Wedge Antilles, told which nephew of his not to take a role in the Star Wars franchise? He did anyway.
Mark Hamill.
No, over.
Go on, James.
Adam Driver.
It's Ewan McGregor. Mick Levin. Roughly equivalent to ambassadors, high commissioners serve as representatives between members of what transnational association of 54 countries?
Oh, I think I know. Go on, Sean.
The Commonwealth.
Yeah, the British Commonwealth
The
is correct for
British
1 point. Yes.
There's the content you want.
Yeah. And Andrew, known for his black and white portraits of figures like Bojangles Robinson and Marcus Garvey, James van der Zee was a Harlem Renaissance artist who primarily worked in what medium?
Any fingers here? What's Conti crayon?
No, over.
Go on, Sean.
Do you have a guess? Photography?
Yes, photography
Okay,
is
fine.
correct for 1 point. And after round 5,
Big fan of Jeopardy, Andrew.
Yeah.
I was thinking
we
of
get that.
It's
yeah.
just it's poisoned all of your minds, frankly.
He's incorrigible. We've tried.
We scold him incessantly about it.
We
Nah,
learned
put
exactly
it-
what is.
At least
fine,
put a
who
dunce
cares?
cap on you and win Menstein's money. It's fine. It becomes so much part of the patter in the U.S. I barely even notice. Like anyway, go ahead, Andrew.
That's 3 to Tropicana 17 and 4 to Angry Young Men for 31. So 31
Okay.
17. Going
All
to
right.
translate.
All right, now is the time to start the comeback. This is the
All right.
yeah. We got to create some drama for the YouTubes.
Yes. Cliff. No.
I think it should be
Nick.
yeah.
Nick. Sorry. Nick, though Kevin Anderson has reached a Wimbledon and US Open final, Johan Kriek is the only player from what country to win a singles Grand Slam with 2 Australian Opens?
South Africa.
Correct, 2 points. Cliff, the 2021 Golden Globes are mercifully set to be hosted by Tina Fey and which other actress who won her own Globe for her role as Leslie Knope?
Polar.
Yes, 2 points. James, which African capital takes its name from a Maasai phrase meaning cold water, which may be appropriate given that it lies at over a mile high despite being at 1 degree south latitude?
Nairobi.
2 points.
Awesome.
Bo, My Shanty, Reflection, The Barns, and several other paintings by O'Keeffe contain the name of what lake in the Adirondacks of New York, a common retreat in her earlier career?
Yeah, pass.
I'll take it. Oswego.
No, over.
Nah, we got nothing.
Okay, that is Lake George. I think some people have gotten it just off of naming some lakes in New York, but that was not the one in this case.
Our knowledge is not powerful enough.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, that's all right. Sean. Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean you. I meant like just kind of
it's fair
in
enough.
general.
Just,
In
you know,
general, yeah. I mean, Oswego was a fine thing to say. Champlain.
Yeah, it's a
you know.
decent guess, really.
Sean, which song by Chuck Berry asks the titular composer to tell Tchaikovsky the news? It was covered by the Beatles on With the Beatles.
Roll over Beethoven.
Correct for 2. And Pamela, originating among Sicilian immigrants in New Orleans, what sandwich consists of layers of cold cuts, cheese, and its signature olive salad?
Muffaletta.
That's correct for 2. Mick, what Dutch physicist's namesake transformations enable conversion between different inertial frames of reference and can be illustrated within Minkowski diagrams?
Don't even know why I'm thinking when I have a physicist on the team. So let's go nominate James.
Lorentz.
Lorentz is correct. Henrik Lorentz is correct, yes. And Andrew, which civilization of the Americas called its emperor Sapa, or the Only? It was usually used alongside the best known name of this people.
Defer to Bo.
I don't think you can do that.
Well, I mean,
Inca.
yes, Sapa Inca is correct for 1. After round 6.
That was 5 to Tropicana for 22 and 7 to Angry Young Men for 38.
All right.
38,
Catching up. Wait, no, we're not.
All right. Nick, abbreviated FSH. What hormone stimulates granulosa cells in its namesake structures to produce estradiol in women? 5 seconds. Nick's a waiting purist. Team.
Nominate Sean.
Follicle stimulating hormone.
Good. Yes. 1 point. Follicle stimulating hormone is fine. Cliff. The Mahra Sultanate became part of South Yemen in 1967, including which strategic archipelago located near Cape Guardafui in Africa? Five seconds.
I have no guess. Anybody? Okay, no guess. Pass.
Okay, over.
Nominate Nick.
Socotra.
Socotra is correct for 1.
Nicely done, Nick.
Didn't realize it was an archipelago.
yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it
I
was
thought
one
it
of
was-
the
it-
islands.
Yeah, I believe I probably should have written island and archipelago or something like that.
No,
There are
no, it's
multiple.
fair enough. It was just my lack of knowledge, but
No,
I, think I didn't realize it was an
I
archipelago.
didn't mean to clue it, make it harder by saying that. Is my
Nah,
point.
it's fine. Fair enough. Good job,
James.
Nick.
James, one featuring an Egyptian motif and the other one featuring an Egyptian motif and the other featuring a jungle motif. Name either Katy Perry song with over 2 billion YouTube views.
It's I will defer to someone.
Raw.
Roar is the jungle motif. The Egyptian motif is Dark Horse. Yes. Bo. The portfolio of Berkshire Hathaway Corporation includes what battery manufacturer with a copper-colored end?
Duracell.
Correct for 2. Sean. AtlasObscura.com surprisingly mentions 4 attractions, including the Chapel of the Snows and Discovery Hut near what research station on the south tip of Ross Island in the Antarctic?
The McMurdo station.
Correct, 2 points. Pamela, A Month of Sundays, Roger's Version, and S are parts of a trilogy by John Updike, reworking what 19th century novel?
Pass.
Can I ask you to repeat?
Yeah. A Month of Sundays, Roger's Version, and S are parts of a trilogy by John Updike, reworking what 19th century novel?
I'll defer to Bo.
Okay, Bo?
Pride and Prejudice.
No, over.
Go on, James.
Wuthering Heights.
It's the Scarlet Letter.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
And
Sorry.
Mick. A rare woman owner in Big Four sports, Virginia McCaskey is the longest tenured owner in the NFL, and took over which Midwestern franchise from her father, George Hallis?
Chicago Bears.
2 points.
Nice job.
Nice job, mate.
Andrew. A Frank Darabont film set in prison and adapted from a Stephen King work, The Green Mile features Michael Clark Duncan in a Christ-like role as which wrongly convicted man? Five seconds.
Any guesses? Who's Campbell?
No, over.
Nominate Nick.
Coffee.
John Coffey, ma'am, like the drink, only not spelt the same, is correct for
Excuse
1
me.
point. All right, Andrew.
That was 2 to Tropicana for 24 and 8 to Angry Young Men 46. Yep, 46, 24, 1 round to go.
All right, round 8, we start with Nick. Highway 12, the Outer Banks Scenic Byway, links Corolla, Nags Head, and Kill Devil Hills in which U.S. state?
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Yes, Highway 12, the Outer Banks Scenic Byway, links Corolla, Nags Head, and Kill Devil Hills in which U.S. state?
Wyoming.
No, over.
Andrew.
North Carolina.
Right, 1 point. The
Okay.
best state. Anyway, Cliff. What group who revolted against King Antiochus gives its name to at least 2 books of most Catholic and Orthodox Bibles? The first of these books contains the story of Hanukkah.
The Maccabees.
Yes, 2 points.
Arrived, Nick. Outrageous.
Yeah, pass it. Yeah. Why couldn't I have had that question?
James, what dance appears alongside the word grim in an adventure game about Manny Calavera's adventures in the Land of the Dead, an award-winning LucasArts game from 1998?
Fandango.
Yes, 2 points. Bo, an Iron Chef on both the original show and on Iron Chef America, what chef at Nobu and his namesake Philly restaurant was the opponent offended by Bobby Flay's cutting board stunt?
You guys know it? Anybody? Thierry.
No, it goes over.
I don't even have a guess. So we'll pass it. Do you have? I didn't see anything there, Sean. But yeah,
I've got a
yeah,
Puck,
just yeah. If we signal properly.
All right. Go ahead.
Puck,
quickly.
maybe.
No, this is Masaharu Morimoto.
Oh, that bloke.
I've been to his restaurant. I've been to Morimoto in New York. Oh, God. So it's embarrassing.
Sean. Lycanometry is especially useful in dating which accumulations of glacial debris, which may be terminal or lateral.
Moraines.
Yes, 2 points. Pamela, which civilization in Civ 6 can be led by one of two historical rulers, Gorgo or Pericles? Both led city-states that were part of this broader civilization.
Pass.
The Greeks.
Yeah. Greeks is correct for one, or Greece, whatever, same. Mick, which pop singer-songwriter, a one-hit wonder in the 80s with the band New Bohemians, worked with Steve Martin on the musical Bright Star and received a Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Music?
Smith.
No, that goes over.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, which pop singer-songwriter, a one-hit wonder in the 80s with the band New Bohemians, worked with Steve Martin on the musical Bright Star and received a Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Music?
Pamela, please.
Edie Brickell?
Edie Brickell is correct for 1
Very good
point.
answer.
Yes. Yep. And Andrew, Criminal, a true crime podcast, bills itself as stories of people who have been blanked, done blank, or gotten caught somewhere in the middle. What word fills in both blanks?
Wrong.
Wrong is right for 2 points. All right.
Nice one.
Nice.
My notes for that I had to write say, please say incorrect or over if a team is ruled wrong on this question. But yeah, so that ends the match. So what's the score?
Okay, so in that round out was 7 to Tropicana for 31 and 4 to Angry Young Men for 50. So 50-31 at the end.
50.
Well
So big score.
well
31 is
played.
81 points, which is a high standard overall. But
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, well played.
That's a nice
so
match.
looks
I
like
enjoyed that.
Angry Young Men are headed up, but very nicely played, everybody. And thanks for watching.
Congratulations.
Let's have a good, everybody have a good week, and we'll see you in week 6 with another video. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
I guess I probably should have gotten super gimmicky and gone, that's goodbye from me.
We are still recording.
We have a, I know.